Hillary, most of these bills are yours. You spend more on clothes than most small countries spend on grain.
So most people don't realise how much emotions and chemicals in our brain impact our financial decisions. So some of the most common emotional triggers that women have in particular, which will play havoc with our budget and our finances, are FOMO, the fear of missing out. Because of course we see somebody else has this beautiful new dress and we ask where they bought it from because we want it as well. And then there is the keeping up with the Joneses. So we see other people have bought things for their house or they're going on holidays, and of course we want that as well. And of course marketers are very good at selling the dream to us, and it is about taking control of your emotions, your thoughts, and keeping a plan in place so that you stick to what you want to do. Spend on your own terms, not what other people get you to do. And of course, part of that is understanding the chemical reactions that happen in your brain, so that when you have a hit of what we call dopamine, which is the happy hormone, it gives you that rush that wants you to keep going, and it becomes a cycle. So knowing is power. And of course, knowing what those emotions are and what the triggers are for you is such an important part of the process. And of course, when we get to things like FOMO that marketers have been very successful at teaching us to have, it's important that you stop and ask yourself the question, are you buying something because somebody else has it, or marketers have been able to sell the dream to you? Or is it something that you really want? And I always say that if you set your purchases aside for 48 hours, let the dopamine effect go, and have a good clear think about whether you actually need it or whether you're just buying it because of those chemicals that are in your brain. So our environment is such a big part of where we are in everything in life, and our spending, finances, and emotions are no different. So surround yourself with positive people. Avoid the naysayers or the people that will tell you you can't do something financially. And it is important to have people showing you the right path to follow to get financial freedom. And of course, if you're living in a physical environment where people are constantly talking about money in a negative view, remove yourself from that environment if you can, or train your brain to ignore it and come up with a positive affirmation. It's important that when you want to change the way you think about money and what money can give you, that you reframe the questions and how you direct your thoughts to money. So reframe the way you think about money, that money is there for you to control. Money is there to give you what you want in life, or money is there to be charitable. Reframing your mindset to be a positive mindset sets you up for a positive reaction to money, and that's really important. The other thing you need to be careful of is that when you look at things like investing, that you're not led by the market or social media. Be very careful that you go into any investing that you have knowledge of. You would never go and buy a car if you can't drive, so you shouldn't invest if you don't know what you're investing in. Be very clear that if people are putting out the massive amounts that they've made, it's probably not reality, or they conversely could have the big negative losses not long after. So educate yourself. Go into something that fits with your risk profile and seek professional help. And that does not include the finfluencers on social media. So my tips to anybody who is struggling to break free from how to plan their future is to sit down and work out what your big vision is. Come up with your vision board. Find out what is important to you and where you need to be. And this is important because it will visualize for you and reframe your thoughts into positive thoughts. But of course, it is important to know the process of goal setting, and that's to set your SMART goals and your goals that contain your 4 Ps. Break it down, come back to short-term things that you can do so that you continually walk that path to freedom. I'm Jen from Got Money Honey. If you need help with recognizing the mistakes that you've been making in the past and finding an action plan so that they don't continue, reach out to me here jenrichardson.co.